All right, fellas, we're good for Derek.
Another solid start for Brew. Really good. Controlled it. Gave up the one homer, and Troy Stokes, nice to get his first two hits in double rivers.
Shelty, we see the difference in results from Brubaker last year to this year. Do you see anything different in his approach or how he attacks hitters or anything, or is this just kind of him getting comfortable at the major league level and showing it?
I think the two words you said, Jake, are really important. His approach, and he's attacking hitters. He's going right after people. And, I think with young pitchers, that's kind of a learned thing. And it was something that he was challenged on, and he's really stepped up and done a nice job. Excuse me.
Well, do you think it says anything about his attitude, given how Cincinnati has handled you guys so far, like 44 runs in 4 games? It's not an easy lineup, and he comes in here and just seemingly undaunted by the whole thing, like he's been all year.
Yeah, I do, Jay. And I think that goes back to Jake's point. He attacks him. He went right after him. And, I think we saw yesterday for the first 3 innings, we attacked him, and then we got a little we missed spots and didn't control pitches. He controlled the zone the entire night. And, I thought his slider was probably the best we've seen it all year.
Shelty, similar question. He gives up that long home run, but then strikes out the next batter, and then the next 6 in a row. What's that tell you about his makeup as well?
Yeah, he didn't give in. I mean, he got behind Winker 3-0 and went fastball. And, he's a good fastball hitter, and he got the third one, but unfazed by it. Came back, I think, after that, he went slider, curveball, slider, curveball, slider, curveball, and executed pitches. So to be able to do that as a young pitcher and, be able to pitch with his secondary stuff, I thought he was really good.
Eric, for Adam, obviously he's been your most consistent hitter, but how important is it for him to sort of get that first one out, sort of get that out of the way here now?
Yeah, I think you like to check boxes, and, he probably would have liked to have checked it a lot sooner, but he's been really good for us. He's been consistent. Defensively, he's played great. He's done a lot of good things. So it's nice for him to check that box off.
Speaking of checking boxes with Troy, just seems like we've seen a little bit of every part of what his game has to offer this brief time up here.
Yeah, I really have. I mean, we've seen him take some good swings and not get any results on it tonight. 2 good swings. He's made some good defensive plays. He got a good jump on the stolen base. A lot of good things happening, and it's just an opportunity for him to grasp the opportunity.
Shelty, just to follow up on the Crick stuff from pregame, it looked Sunday like he had something going. You guys came out to the mound. Just can you maybe take us through like what happened or what led to the IL stint there?
Yeah, Sunday he felt a little bit in his tricep and waited a day, got him examined, and they just thought it was best, for us and for him, more importantly for him, to give him a 10-day stint.
What has it meant to see the way Adam Frazier's handled the leadoff spot, at the plate, providing some power tonight?
Really good. His bats have been consistent. Early in the year when he wasn't getting a ton of hits, he was walking. Now we're starting to see the swing come around, doubles, hitting the ball in the gap. Tonight he was able to get his first homer, but he's been really good. I mean, with him and Reynolds and Moran, when he's been healthy at the top, they've really done a nice job for us.
Shelty, are hitting streaks like no hitters? Like, do you talk about them at all? Is that like a jinx thing as well?
I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it if it is, so don't bring it up.
Okay, sounds good.
Shelty, there's going to be go ahead, John.
Shelty, I know it's one thing in theory to want a pitcher to be aggressive as a young guy, but how hard is it for a guy to actually go out and do it when you're on the mound and you're 60 feet away from a big league hitter? Yeah,
that's the challenge, and that's the mental challenge of pitching. And it's really easy to say, hey, go after and attack guys and do this and that. And I think that's been one of the impressive things about Brew is, we've challenged him to go after people. We've challenged him to trust his stuff, and he has. And I think we saw that in the execution. And, I don't know, ask the previous question, but with the Winker thing, right after that, the ability to bounce back, execute pitches, not only his fastball, I think we continue to see signs of growth for JT.
Shelty, with Gamble here and Polanco back, there's going to be competition, obviously, for outfield reps. What has Kai shown you, and how would you describe his ability to get on base?
He has really good ability to get on base. I mean, he's done it at the minor league level. We've seen after the first couple of games, the swing starting to come around. I think the fact that he's a little more comfortable, and he's done a nice job. He's made a couple nice plays in the outfield, and the ability to control the zone is really important, and he does a nice job with it.
All right. Well, good.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Got Adam Frazier here, and then Brew Baker will be to follow him. So Adam Frazier's good to go.
Adam, you've been in a real groove lately. What's it been like for you hitting as well as you have over the past dozen games?
Really just trying to hit the ball. Feel like tonight I finally drove one there at the end, but until then it's been a grind trying to drive the ball to a gap. So just trying to scrap a couple out and get tough out and see what happens.
Adam, I know you, like you said, you just trying to grab it up, be a tough out, but how important is it to get that first one over the fence? You know, just in terms of Derek mentioned checking boxes, just how good does it feel to finally pull one out?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Like I said, it's been a grind trying to drive the ball. Even in BP, I'd hit a good ones and couldn't get it out. So didn't really know what was going on, but yeah, it feels really good. Usually, I guess it doesn't take this long, but I'll take it.
Now that's sort of something happening around the league, right? Home runs are down, overall offense is down a little bit. Have you noticed that a little bit? Maybe the change to the ball?
Yeah, maybe it is actually that. At first in spring, we didn't really see much of a difference, but I guess as time goes on, it's playing a difference.
And what are your thoughts on what Brubaker has done this year, and what's it like as a defender when a guy's pounding the zone so much like he is?
It's a lot of fun. The guy's got really good stuff, and we know every time he takes him out, he's going to give us a chance. And he's got some confidence, and he's just using his stuff, mixing it in and out, up, down, changing speed. So, he's starting to really grow into his own as a pitcher, and I think he's going to be able to keep going and be a really productive arm.
Similar sort of question. What is it like to watch Troy Stokes Jr. come up and kind of take advantage of his opportunity? Obviously, he had a big game today as well.
No, it's a lot of fun to watch too. He's kind of a quiet guy, but he's got quiet confidence, and he's putting good swings on the ball every at bat, and been a tough out too. So, the guy can hit, and I think he showed that tonight, and had some tough luck up until he got a couple to fall. He's been hitting balls hard, so he's a good player. I'm glad he's here.
Have you told Evans to be a little more careful down that right field line there? Not the line, the fence.
Have I told him that?
Has anybody?
No, I ain't told him that. Keep playing the game hard. That's what you got to do. It's ball's padded down there. Just don't run into it full speed in an awkward position. Just protect yourself a little bit. Play the game hard, and he made top 10 plays the other day in his debut. So that's what happens when you play the game the right way.
Adam, you tied your career-long hit streak tonight. Does that matter at all to you? Do you pay attention to those things, or is it just kind of trying to make sure you're swinging the bat how you want to?
No, but you can go knock on some wood for me on that one. But just trying to be a tough out and get the hits. I know reaching base is kind of something I've been putting my mind to, and I guess the hits kind of come with that. But if anything, just keep it on base streak and go with that, and the hits are a bonus.
Adam, you guys got Tom and Stokes got a little bit of time under their belt. You get Polanco back and you add a Gamble. How much does that help the team kind of get the outfield back in order and kind of alleviate some of the pressure from the rest of you guys?
I think it does exactly that, is get the outfield back in order. Kai's starting to get a little more comfortable out there. I think everybody can see that, and he's putting together tough at bats at the plate too. The guy knows his own and puts a barrel on the baseball. So, but yeah, Polanco's a boost, and I think he was swinging the ball great before he had to sit out for a few days, and hopefully can continue to do that. And adding a guy like Gamble is pretty huge because he played against that guy for a long time now throughout the minor leagues and the big leagues. So the guy's a gamer, and he leaves it on the field. So really good player to add to the clubhouse.
All right, good for Adam. Thank you. Got JT Brubaker standing by here, so we can keep it rolling. Thanks, Adam. Questions for JT?
JT, does anything feel different in your approach from last year to this year, or is it just you growing in confidence, growing in a major league routine, and seeing these results now?
Yeah, always growing is definitely the thing, but I think it's just the execution factor too. Just trusting myself and just being able to execute what Stallings throws down.
JT, these Reds had 39 runs, 42 hits, 20 for extra bases in the last 3 times they'd played you. I'm sure you didn't need any extra motivation, but how good was it to feel to go out there and be the stopper of all that?
Oh, I mean, it feels good. I mean, every starter wants to go out there and be the stopper of it. Really, it's just any given day an offense can go off, and we've been on the short end of that stick, and just to be able to show that they can get out and stuff is a big momentum shift, I think.
JT, we saw it yesterday with them, and Derek mentioned it earlier, but you were able to sort of counter their aggressiveness there. How did you just sort of go about that, and what was working in that regard?
Really just executing, knowing that they can hit mistake pitches well. They have their zones that they can hit well in, and then just forcing their hand to swing the bat, trying to get ahead, stay ahead, and then make them swing.
And then after the homer, though, you really sort of found the groove after that. How important is it to sort of just take something like that and just wipe it, get it right out of there, and then just keep going?
With that pitch, I mean, it's pretty easy. It's a mistake pitch. We try to go front hip, 2-seam sinker there on him, and it just ran a little bit more across the plate than it did tonight. And that was the pitch that he swung 3-2 and put it for a ride. So with that front hip sinker, it's a tough pitch, and it can just kind of take off and come back over the middle of the zone at times on you. And he got it. So just knowing that it was a mistake pitch and put it away and go right back to work is basically what was going on in my mind.
JT, there have been situations like that throughout the season, right, where something goes wrong, you've been able to bounce back for one reason or another. So that's like a skill that you've had to learn over the years. Is that something that you've always had to be able to do, or is it something you feel like you're doing better now than you have been in the past?
I wouldn't say it's a skill. I mean, mindset, a little bit more, I guess, I don't want to say aggressiveness, but like, all right, I'm going after this next guy. I'm wanting him to put the ball in play and get him out within the next 2 pitches, especially just like, for example, the Winker went 3-0, got back to 3-2, long AB, a lot of pitches. He got me. I wanted to get the next guy to swing within the first 2 pitches. So I'm going right after him. So I think it's just letting the game tell you the situation, really. And then other than that, it's just once you get the next guy, you continue to build.
Oh, good for JT. Okay, be back with Stokes.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, everybody. Troy Stokes Jr. is here.
Hey, guys.
Questions for Troy?
Troy, now that they can't take it away with you, how good does it feel that you actually do have those first hits under your belt?
It feels great. It feels great. It's funny. Last night, I really couldn't sleep. I would be lying if I told you it was a little weighing on me a little bit. But now that's over with. It feels great.
Have you gotten to check your phone and see how many texts there are?
No, not yet. Not yet. I mean, I glanced at it a little bit, but nah, not yet.
For what's it meant, I know you had your parents, I think you had your girlfriend here tonight, to be able to share these first few games and now your first hit, RBI, stolen base with family.
That's awesome. I mean, like, I feel like everyone looks at me or the guys like knowing everything, but I mean, with me, like, I'm such a family guy. Like, getting here was definitely like I needed all the support. It's been a bumpy road, it's been a long ride, but yeah, man. I mean, it's great to spend it with them.
Troy, did I hear right that your folks left today and went back to Baltimore?
Yes, they left. They actually, so weird. My parents, like I told them when I was like debuting, they were able to catch a flight to Chicago. Got there in like the 7th or 8th inning. Afterwards, they flew back home to Baltimore. Then they drove to Pittsburgh with like my whole family. And then they like work and stuff, school. They had to go back, but yeah, it's been a lot.
Troy, your first 2 hits were both for RBIs as well.
Can you repeat that? I missed the beginning.
What did it mean to you that both of those hits were for RBIs tonight?
I mean, that's kind of like icing on the cake. I mean, for me, like, man, I knew Newman just hit a triple. I'm like, all right, I got an RBI situation here. I was trying to see a ball up, just put a good swing on it. But yeah, it's icing on the cake that it was a ribby too. I just wanted to get that first knock.
Troy, where do you kind of get your style from? Like, you're very clearly happy out there. The energy that you play with, excitement, like where's that come from?
I mean, I just try to have fun. Growing up, my father always like told me to be relaxed. And I mean, everybody tells me just have fun with it. So yeah, I mean, that's how I approach the game. Whether it's like rough day at the plate or whatever, just trying to look how I can help the team out in any way. Just bring energy.
Is it tough to stay a little relaxed whenever you're finally getting this shot after a couple years of being right on the cusp?
Yeah, it is. I mean, honestly, when in Wrigley, I felt pretty relaxed. And that could be like a long story of why I feel like I was relaxed. The only thing that was weighing on me was just getting that first hit. Had 2 games, 2 starts. I'm like, all right, it's 3rd game. Like, it's gotta happen. It's happening today. And I was able to make it happen.
Troy, is there anyone, whether it's Shelton, the coach, or one of your teammates that has said anything to you that's really helped you out in these first couple of games?
Everyone's just telling me to take it all in. I mean, it's early. That's been the main thing. Just I'm here now. Take it all in, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the game.
All right, all good for Troy? Oh, Greg Brown.
Sorry, I joined a little bit late, but Troy, who informed you that was not a hit in Chicago? How did you find that out?
So it's funny. I want to say it was the 3rd inning. I like just peeked back at the scoreboard because I was in right. The big scoreboard was right behind me, and I don't know what I was peeking back to see, but I just happened to see it was 0 for 1 instead of 1 for 1, and I was like, ooh, yikes, that kind of sucks. But but it is what it is. Yes, I mean, it's over and done with now. So yeah.
So nobody came to you and said that's not a hit. You just saw on the scoreboard, because I know they grabbed the ball.
Yeah,
they were congratulating
you.
you.
Weird. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird. Getting like everybody to say congratulations, like, I got 1. I remember Shelty came up to me and was like, you got, like, anybody can get 1. Now you gotta get 2. It's what I did tonight. But yeah, it was definitely a little weird getting the congratulations and then them taking it away. But yeah, it's just a weird story I can tell people.
Which one's going on the mantle?
Which ball?
Yeah.
The official ball tonight. Yeah, the official one.
All good? All good for Troy? Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.